Hi, it's Caitlin, and I have a new collection from Penelope Loose. It's also kind of like a rebranding, so that's always very exciting. I've got 10 polishes to share with you. They will be or are available as of May 25th. I will include the specific details down in the description, but Penelope Loose has a ton of different stockists where you can purchase or pre-order these polishes as well as from their own website. This collection is all about the luxury and artisanal quality of indie nail polish. You're not just getting, a run-of-the-mill product. It truly is special, unique, luxurious, and of course handmade, which just makes it so special. And I'm preaching to the choir when I say that, because if you're here and you're watching me swatch indie nail polish, you appreciate the value of indie nail polish and the makers who put so much love and energy into their work. And it also comes in a really pretty little box and presentation if you get the whole collection. So I'll include footage of that. This would be a beautiful gift. And I will also just show you the swatches. As promised, I wanted to show you the beautiful box and packaging that the complete collection comes in. So there's a little explanation note signed by Luciana, who is the maker behind Penelope Loose. And she just talks about the collection, and it is just this gorgeous embossed tissue paper and sticker, and the contents are just so beautifully laid out, as you're going to see after I finish struggling with the sticker. It wasn't hard, I'm just trying to do it with one hand. So you'll notice the new branding and logo beautifully in the box. Let's start by looking at Rare. This one has a coral base with an intense blue to purple aurora glow. It was inspired by how rare indie nail polishes are, not only because of their artistic appearance, but because of the smaller quantities in which they're made compared to big brands on the market, which makes them rare as well. And if you know about limited edition nail polishes in the indie world, certain polishes become very, very rare. So this is a tribute to that and a gorgeous polish in its own right. As you can see, it is a soft sheer polish. So I'm going to build it up in 3 coats. And the blue shimmer in here is quite strong. It's really beautiful. This does dry quite shiny, but of course I always recommend glossy top coat. This is called Prime Polish, and this has a gray blue base with red to gold aurora shimmer, a little hollow flaky, as well as some hollow pigment. So this is inspired by the quality of indie polish, which is always prime, made with high quality raw materials, and it just creates this top quality product, as you all know and love. So this is a beautiful color combination between the base color, the hollow, and the shimmer. Everything integrates beautifully. And this has a thicker formula than the last polish, which I think would make it suitable for most people in 2 coats. Maybe you'll need a third, but it actually is quite a creamy, crelly base, which makes it really good in terms of opacity. This does dry down slightly satiny, so definitely use a glossy top coat to smooth it out. This is called Lavish polish. It's a beige holographic with small holographic flakes, blue purple aurora, and it's inspired by the luxury of indie nail polish. So this is, if you don't know, indie nail polish ingredients are some of the most expensive cosmetic ingredients out there. Holographic pigment, especially Spectraflare, is super rare and very expensive. So it's very lavish, and you're wearing something very luxurious on your nails, which, again, all of you know this, but I'm hoping that Penelope Loose's collection just like takes the mainstream, and this will be new information for people who maybe don't know about indie nail polish. But back to Lavish polish, this one has a beautiful formula in 2 coats. It's very opaque, very creamy, great coverage, and I think most people will be happy with it in 2 coats plus top coat, which will help enhance the holographic effect. Next up is Treasured, and this one is a lilac base with green to purple micro flakies. It was inspired by how many nail polishes look like jewels on the nails, and of course, we all treasure our nail polish collection. This one has a sheerer base with mostly the shimmer pigment creating the opacity on the nail. So this one will probably be best in 3 coats. It does build up really nicely. It has a beautiful formula. The Penelope Loose brush is very easy to work with, and these bottles are 10 milliliters, I believe. They are on the small side, but that just makes them even more luxurious and rare, I guess. So this one does build up in 3 coats, and the top coat will definitely bring the shine back, and I think that's how it looks best with top coat. Next up, we have Inebriating coat, and this one is just really, really beautiful. It's a blurple base with intense purple to red aurora and a little holographic pigment. So this is inspired by the addictive sensation we feel when we put nail polish on our nails, and I'm sure all of you can definitely relate to that. It's very inebriating to just like put on this gorgeous color, and I don't know, for me it instantly boosts my mood when I see something beautiful on my nails. This has a very creamy, very opaque texture, so 2 coats will do it for pretty much anybody. It does dry slightly satiny, but top coat will smooth everything out. Not smooth it out, but just bring the gloss back and allow that hollow to stand out even more on the nail. Here we have Iconic, and this is a neon turquoise base with pink to gold to green Aurora sparkle. This was inspired by how iconic it was when nail polish with Aurora pigment started to appear on the market. Everyone just like lost their minds, and I remember back in the day when Aurora pigment came out, before that shimmers were pretty much just unicorn pea, and then Aurora shimmer came out and it just is everywhere now, and for good reason, because it's an actually gorgeous component in nail polish. And you'll notice that this has a really good creamy texture. Probably would leave it in 2 coats, but you can opt for 3. It's a really, really beautifully opaque polish, and the shimmer stands out really nicely as well. It also dries down a little bit dull, so use a good glossy top coat to bring back the shine. Now you are looking at Signature, which is a flamingo pink base with iridescent and multichrome flakes. This was inspired by the art contained in each nail polish. They're all created by makers who are essentially artists working with nail polish as their medium, and they transform these ingredients into beautiful creations for all of us to enjoy. So for Penelope Loose, this is kind of like a signature for her brand, and it's just a little work of art that you can actually wear. So like a wearable work of art. This has a really great formula, fantastic coverage in 2 coats. It does dry a tiny bit textured because of the flakes, but 1 layer of glossy top coat does smooth everything out. It also enhances the holographic effect, so you can see those twinkling a little bit better. This polish is called Incomparable, and this one is a black holographic base with purple to red Aurora shimmer, and inspired by the fascination of black holographic nail polish. Personally, I've always been a fan of black nail polish, especially black hollows, so this is a beautiful addition to my collection. You'll notice the formula is incredibly opaque. You could get away with 1 coat, but I'm going to show 2 for posterity, but honestly, it covers beautifully in 1 coat. As with all holographics, this will benefit from a glossy top coat, and then it will be best once that top coat dries down. Then you're going to get just the most intense linear holographic effect. This next polish is called Scandal Luxury. It's a denim blue base with green to blue to gold microflakes, and it's inspired by the scandal that indies have created in the nail world. It's sort of, the concept of quiet luxury, and indie polishes are not intended to go unnoticed. They're luxury items for people who like maximalism. I am a maximalist, so I can relate to that. So we also know that mainstream brands have 100% spied on and stolen from indie brands. I think it was like a year or two ago, OPI, like the global OPI account, started following me, the verified one. And I'm like, that's a little weird, because I don't have much of a following. So my assumption is that they were spying, but that's also a conspiracy theory. But probably grounded in some truth, because indies usually do it first and then mainstream follows suit. Now this has a beautiful formula, as you've probably been watching. So much shimmer in this one, and I absolutely love the base color. And last but not least, we have Unique Nails, which is a bright purple base with a gold magnetic shimmer pigment. And this is all about indie makers creating gorgeous, unique polishes. This one, as you can see in one coat, is beautiful on its own. You could definitely leave it unmagnetized, but of course, applying a magnet is going to create an entirely new effect. So when you apply the magnet, you really get that blurple base coming through. It's just a really beautiful, striking finish with great opacity. None of these cause staining for me, and none of these polishes will be difficult to remove. In terms of the standouts from this release, I'm going to say that Treasured really blew me away. The shifts are so ethereal and beautiful. It's very light and delicate with an incredible formula. So let me know in the comments what you think of this sort of rebranding of Penelope Loose. Let me know if you're planning on picking anything up. And yeah, hopefully you're having a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.